welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is BTS, that's Behind the Scenes, a show that shares with you a sneak peek into the latest edition of the Business Today magazine, where we also share some of the key stories that have made it to the issue and what is of importance to all our viewers to also pick up the copy. And I'm going to be showing you the first glimpse of the edition that I already have with me on my hands. On the cover, you actually see Indigo and Peter Elbers right there, who is actually sitting on the plane, and you can also see a globe right there which actually signifies the global ambition with which Indigo is now taking off to skies as well. Joining in on this program with me are two of my colleagues. Richa Sharma will be joining in. She's done the cover story and she's going to be helping us understand everything that you need to know about India's most profitable airline and how it's going to be really fulfilling all its global ambitions. We are also going to be speaking to Teena, Jain, Kaushal, who's now joining in to tell you more about health insurance policies and how some of the new insurance policies are actually reimagining the ways in which investors and consumers can actually go for insurance policies with attractive pricing and yet with more benefits as well. Thanks to both of you for joining in on the program. Richa, I'm going to be starting off with you because it's the cover story. We all have flown Indigo and we do know that it's been the most successful airline in the history of Indian aviation, and that's also because it has proven year after year that it has made profits despite all the challenges, the macro challenges that we've seen in the Indian scenario. At least 3 to 4 airlines have gone bust, and despite such kind of a scenario, Indigo has proven its worth. But now all eyes are on how Indigo is going to be actually fulfilling all its global ambitions. First of all, help our viewers understand, beyond India, what are the expansion plans that Indigo has under its wings?
Thank you, Sakshi, for hosting me. So we know Indigo, like you mentioned, that all of us have flown Indigo somewhere, sometime. But now what they are looking is to go beyond the geographies of India. And why it is important, what we have seen is that as of now, the international carriers carry 56 to almost 55% of Indian abroad. And it has been a long demand that Indian carriers should pick up, and we should be the one who should be carrying Indian travelers abroad. So Indigo has taken that challenge and it has decided that it's looking to expand. In fact, it has decided as of now 30% of its aircraft, its capacity is flowing abroad, and it plans to expand that to 40% very soon. And it realized it also depends upon profits, because international sector offers more profits, because in India what we have seen in domestic, it's really a tough competition. Almost, between Air India and the two main airlines, Air India and Indigo, it's a tough competition. And there's a lot of, market which is looking to expand abroad as more and more Indians are looking to fly to international sectors. So what Indigo has planned as of now to start with, it is looking to, it's already a leader in the regional, international regional, which is like Middle East, Southeast Asia, Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, and Dubai and all. So now what it is looking to expand a little bit further to a short haul international, to a mid haul international, which is like Europe. It is touching to Europe, and I think this July it will start its operations to Amsterdam, which is its first destination it is looking to expand. And then its plan is to go further to the further west to US, Canada, and far east, even Japan, Australia and New Zealand. And it has already ordered some big aircrafts like the wide body aircrafts A350s, which can take it to far east and far west. And then it has A321 XLRs, which are likely to come. We can see a new aircraft coming in like mid-July, which can touch Europe, and these will be the newer aircrafts which it will be deploying. And for next 10 years, Indigo is inducting almost like 1 aircraft per week, and majority of that is looking to be deployed on the international sector. So there's a big planning, a big focus Indigo has on the international sector.
Absolutely. But I think, Richa, the key question here also is that what does Indigo do with the competition that is surging? Right now, it's also competing with India's largest airline, and that's Air India. How does that gap get fulfilled? How does it, beat competition? What are the strengths that it's going to be piggybacking on? And yet at the same time, what we've also seen is that long haul flights are really capital intensive. It's a big challenge to continue to maintain profitability when you run long haul flights. Of course, the short haul ones, it's really proven its mettle. It has seen a successful model there, but will it be able to replicate that in the long haul process is something that everybody would want to know.
So one is competition, of course. Air India, Air India is the only domestic carrier which flies long hauls from India. So Air India has a monopoly in that sector. And in fact, let me put some numbers that 50% of the revenue for Air India comes from its long haul flights. So that shows how important is long haul. But as when we met Peter Elbers while doing the story, we carried an interview also, and he mentioned that he would want a good competition between the two airlines, as it will keep both of them on their toes, and he's open for a healthy competition. And to start with, Indigo, as of now, it's looking to expand to Europe. For long haul, it may still take Indigo 5 years to touch Europe before it gets those wide body A350 aircrafts. And then again, as you know that these are the capital intensive sectors, so you have to run your aircraft at full payload, like a full capacity, and you have to actually look at the sectors. Suppose if Air India is flying on Delhi, San Francisco, or Delhi, New York, so Indigo may choose, and that was some of the expert we spoke said that it should choose sectors where Air India is not flying. Okay. Because the diaspora is so big in US that you have every other US state where Indians are present. So it can wisely choose destinations or cities which want to connect. Maybe it may not connect from Bangalore, New York, it may choose Hyderabad, San Francisco, some other destinations from India and to US to make it more competitive, to cut down on the competition with Air India. And that is what I think once it comes to the planning, once they get the aircraft, what we have seen is how meticulously they have planned the domestic sector.
Sure.
They have gone to tier 2, tier 3, they are everywhere, even now they are connecting to some of the tier 4.
Sure.
And they have picked up smaller cities which were never connected by either Air India or Air India Express. And that model is likely to be replicated on the international sectors when they start flying long haul also.
Any key challenges, Richa, that you believe that are right ahead for Indigo to really tackle when they actually go ahead to fulfill this ambition?
See, one of the biggest and foremost challenge is there are supply chain issues which Indigo and both Air India, they both are struggling. There's been delay in delivery of aircrafts. Indigo may not have that many Boeing aircrafts which Air India is dealing with, but then there are still trouble with the Pratt & Whitney engines which they are seeing. And second, when they expand, they may have struggle getting slots, parking slots, or the slots to fly on some of the major airports, like we have mentioned, it's Heathrow or JF Kennedy. So they may have to really struggle because those were the legacy slots which Air India already has, and they're the really high traffic thing. So they may have to really work out their route planning, their network. Secondly, what we see Indigo, initially it started as an LCC, a low cost carrier. And it is not again a full service carrier. So it is somewhere in the mid as a hybrid carrier. Okay. So when it comes to services, because when you fly long haul, people don't mind paying for extra services, extra leg room, extra comfort, because it's a long haul flight. If it's a non-stop, it takes 16 to 18 hours to fly to US. So they may prefer a comfortable seat. So Indigo has to build up and upgrade and get those kind of facilities, of course, a hot meal and leg room, and what kind of services they choose to provide while remaining cost competitive, because their USP is being cost competitive. So providing those kind of services may not be a full service carrier, but some services, a comfortable seat, a good meal, and cost competitiveness. So those will be the thing which they really have to navigate very wisely.
Okay, we'll definitely keep an eye out on that. Thanks a lot for sharing all those insights. Coming to Teena now, health insurance policies, everybody is dealing with them. Every year we have to, probably face higher premiums, and that's a big challenge right now. But Teena, you're talking about the new age health insurance policies. Tell me, what exactly do you mean by new age health insurance policies? How are they different from traditional ones? Is there more innovation that we can look at here?
Hi Sakshi. So new age policies are like picking a menu and ordering what you actually want to eat. So it's not like a preset meal that you have to go for. In new age policies, you have a basic plan, and with that, you will have various options to pick. Like some people might want unlimited insurance, so they have the option to have unlimited insurance. And there are so many features available which were not earlier given to the customer. So new age policies are more customizable, they are modular, they are flexible, and as per your needs, you can pick the features in the policy. In a way, it's like your motor insurance policy. In motor insurance policy, we have the options of add-ons now. So in health insurance also, given that people have different needs, insurers have started giving many options, and it's a variety of options to pick from. And the way you want your policy can be customized.
Okay, so tell us what are the new options, and is the pricing, I think that's going to be important for everybody to understand. Is the pricing really very different from the traditional policies?
Yeah, the pricing going to be different, because if you are buying something extra, then you will have to pay for that particular feature. So if I can discuss the few of the features, there are many attractive features in the market currently which were not available earlier. So one is unlimited insurance. So here it what happens is you get your some insured cumulative bonus of 100% every year. So that's a very good option regardless of the claim it is given to policyholder by many insurance companies. Another very attractive option is lock your age. So as you said, rising premium is the concern among policyholders, but lock your age feature is where you can lock your premium. Suppose your age is 30 now, so you can lock your premium for the next 15 years, and your
Okay.
premium will not rise with a change in the age bracket. So here is what companies are doing to address this problem. Another problem with the youngsters is why they should pay for something which they are not using, and that's the reason many youngsters do not buy insurance. And there is skewed curve towards senior citizens or people towards the older age bracket are buying health insurance more. So to address that concern, many insurance companies give you the option to carry forward the insurance that has not been used. So this way your sum insured can increase many times over the years. Another interesting option is unlimited claim benefit. So we all fear what my insurance cover runs out if there is a hospitalization for major illness, and the amount runs into lakhs, like 50 lakh or 60 lakh, but my insurance cover was only for 10-15 lakhs. So in that case, there is an option that one time your insurance policy will cover the entire claim amount. So it can be, but the hidden part in this is it can be once a year, or it can be once entire the life of the policy. So these are the very, very interesting features that are now available with your health insurance policy. And again, as you asked about the pricing for these add-ons differ from 5 to 25%. Like for global coverage, which can be very expensive to go out and get yourself treated, it can be 25% of your base amount, and
Yeah.
5 to 10% of the covers that I have discussed with you. So accordingly, one can customize and get the policy according to the needs.
Okay, fantastic. Very, very informative and enlightening there, Teena. Thanks a lot for sharing all those details, and thanks to both of you for sharing all those insights into what really makes up for this edition. Of course, apart from these two stories, there are many others that you can definitely go on and read into. There is going to be, a story about Shree Cement and how it's going to be looking forward to create and decisions to grow organically, making it the oddball during consolidation in the sector that's ongoing, and whether it can really fight all the rivals that are happening at this point in time. There are also talking about, stories on the luxury of time, the most stunning timepieces that have been launched. So you can talk, you can actually go across and read across parameters from economy to various sectors and luxury, everything that makes up for this edition. This one is something that you don't want to miss. It's already on the stands. Please do go ahead and grab your copies out there. Many thanks for tuning in onto this edition. Hope this has given you enough sneak and peek to go ahead and buy your copies. But do stay tuned on to Business Today Television as well, as a lot really coming in on your screens that you need to catch up on.